Okay, so I'd like to respond to something TJ said, and this is it.
I'm a twat in real life. I like to fuck with people. I like to, play jokes. I like to argue. I like to scream. I like to yell. I like to make people laugh. What you're seeing right now is sort of more an insight into my thought process than it is an insight.
Okay, so you said that you are a twat in real life because you want to fuck with people and because you like to argue and you like to challenge people. And what I'd like to say is that that's definitely not a bad thing. You're a fucking individual and you don't give a fuck what other people think. And you know what? What other people think don't really fucking matter. So that's a good thing. I mean, what you think doesn't matter to me. I mean, really, in the deepest terms of my thinking, what you say literally has nothing to do with my life. Except when you're, talking about views that you have that are identical to views I have, which actually happens a lot more than I'd like to admit, because I guess I could be called one of your fan brats or fanboys or something because I've watched you for a long time. I mean, you could call any of your subscribers that have been there longer than like a year or so a fanboy, technically. I mean, it's not. Now, when I see a fanboy, and I was just thinking this earlier, when I see a fanboy, like, I automatically picture a fat, sweaty, like, red, white dude with fucking, zits and glasses and a long-ass ponytail and a big, gigantic Darth Maul shirt and fucking, like, these shorts that just suck your fat up into them and you could just, they conform to your roles so perfect that, I mean, you can literally, like, I'm not gonna go into that anymore, but I think, TJ, you really don't like yourself. And that's something I can highly empathize with. And I'm going to tell you the same thing that annoys the shit out of me when other people tell me this. You're a fucking cool person. You're a good person. And to dislike yourself because you don't think these things are, it's, a neurotic tendency. And, I mean, I know I'm a hypocrite for saying this thing because I get annoyed when people tell me this. Like, dude, you're not as shitty as you think you are. I mean, you're not an asshole. You're a nice guy for the most part. I mean, because you fuck with people, that doesn't, like, I mean, shit, dude, that's funny. I mean, fucking with people and, messing around and just fucking arguing, it doesn't make you a bad person. For the most part, at least from what I can see, is that you're a good person and you're way too hard on yourself, because you probably just don't think you're nearly as valuable as you really are. And I think everybody is valuable in their own way. I think everybody has a niche, no matter. I mean, vlogging, we need vloggers. Fuck, we haven't in the past, but now that there's the ability to do so, I mean, this new social age we have is just, it's amazing. I mean, we can talk to people that we'll never meet in real life, I mean, all you need to pretty much, communicate with the entire world, like, literally, is a YouTube account. I mean, it's not like you'll get all these views or whatever, but, I mean, look at your account, TJ. You have, like, there's one video, you have, like, 3 million views. That's a lot. I mean, that's nothing compared to the population, but still, that's a lot of fucking people. 3 million is a big-ass number. Shit. Anyway, I don't think you should be so hard on yourself. I think, and I've been doing this a lot more lately, so I'm not completely hypocritical in saying this. But try to look at yourself objectively, not through your own eyes. Try to be objective about it, and it's really hard. But I would suggest psychedelic mushrooms. Mushrooms are the best for ego loss and splitting egos, which is actually I've described as having contradictory emotions. Sorry, I'm fucking up right now. But I had contradictory emotions on mushrooms, and it was really freaky. It was very cool, and actually, I was telling my friend about it. God, I'm gonna fucking blather all day long. But no, I was telling my friend how I'm having all these intense emotions at once, and some, like, fine hippie chick walks up to me. She's hot as fuck. She's like, "Are you on drugs?" Like, looking me squarely in the eyes, like this close, you know, like, fucking, "You on drugs? You on drugs, like, are you?" Actually, she said it like this: "Are you on drugs?" Like, she had this, like, little smile in her voice, you know what I'm talking about, you know? Like, she obviously has done, I mean, she was a hippie, but I would assume she's done all the psychedelic drugs I've done. But, so I said, yes. "Are you on drugs?" "Yes." And I, you know, gave my small laugh afterwards, my small, hella annoying laugh, I might add. Afterwards, and she said, "That'll happen to you," and walks away. Just, it was like, my mind was totally blown, because in the town, I was in Ashland, Oregon, which Nuclear Night, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I was in Ashland, and I you know, I'm not used to those friendly hippies out there. Fuck, dude. When we were that same night, we were walking around, and one of the hippies busts out this fucking bag of coke like that. "Hey, you guys want some coke, man?" I'm good. I don't do coke. I'm sorry. And I'm on mushrooms, for Christ's sake. Do you think I want to do coke when I'm on shrooms? That's probably not a good idea. That's funny, man. Fuck, I'm talking. I had a video earlier saying I'm not a drug user. For the record, I don't consider marijuana or mushrooms drugs, and that's the only drugs I do. Or, you know, I consider them, you know, herbs. They're plants that you don't have to alter at all, or you know, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to freebase them. You don't have to do any chemistry. You know, fuck, the word just slips my goddamn mind for some reason. Whenever I'm doing a video, I can't look as smart as I, you know, hope I am, because I always fucking forget videos and shit. My mind fucks with me. It fucks with me, I tell you. But anyway, like, fuck, dude, some random hippie offers you coke. Do you know how fucking expensive coke is? $60 for a gram, and that's about that much. You know, like, compared to my hand, it's tiny. It's like a small rock. I mean, that's a lot of coke. I mean, they had literally, like, it was unbelievable. You know, but, like, everybody was just hella cool. You know, and they obviously all knew that we were tripping nuts on mushrooms, you know, and people asked, you know, like, you know, "Are you on shrooms?" My friend asked somebody for a cigarette, and the guy said, "Are you on shrooms?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, yes, then I know what you're talking about, dude. So you really need a cigarette on mushrooms." Anyway, I'm gonna go. Enough talking about my mushroom trip. Yeah, I like mushrooms a lot, and marijuana, but I'd consider neither drugs, because drugs are synthesized. That's the word I was looking for earlier. You have to synthesize heroin, you have to synthesize meth, well, heroin comes from a plant, but you still have to do stuff to it, you know, you still have to, like, you know, do all kinds of stuff. Oh shit, I'm almost at fucking 10 minutes. Holy crap, man, this is like the longest video I've ever done. Alright, well, pieces.